Welcome again, guys. This is Lot on Dialysis. So, Leo, we're going to talk about how to travel when you are on dialysis. Yeah? You see, when you're on dialysis, you cannot just travel like normal people. You cannot just wake up one day and pick up and travel. There are a lot of things you need to consider. Today, I'm going to go through all those things so that you know traveling on dialysis is not easy. So, point number one, one of the things you need to consider before you decide to travel if you're on dialysis. You need to plan ahead. By planning ahead, you need to plan ahead with your doctor. Before any trip, you have to consult your nephrologist or your dialysis team. They'll help you arrange for treatment at dialysis centers near your destination. If you need to travel, also you need to do your own research before you travel, okay? For instance, you're going to Ushago, yeah? You need to make sure there is a dialysis center near where you're going to. Because, for instance, for me, I do dialysis twice a week. That means if I need to travel, maybe go to Shags, I need to make sure where I'm going, there is a dialysis center somewhere nearer, so that I don't miss my sessions. So that I keep going for my sessions even when I'm away from my original dialysis center. So you need to make sure there's a dialysis near you. So for you to do that, it's just easy. You can use Google to just check, or if you know people over there, you can call them and ask them if there is any dialysis center near where you're going. Or you can also just go to your doctor and ask them. They'll find it out for you actually. According to my experience, they found it out for me one of the times when I was traveling. So, number 3, essential thing you need to do before you start you plan to travel when you're on dialysis. Packing essentials for your travel, okay? There are things you cannot travel without, okay? Especially if you're on dialysis. Some people on dialysis have medication like for high blood pressure, others have insulin for maybe diabetes. The people on dialysis mostly just have further medications, okay? You need to make sure you pack your medication, okay? Pack your medication well. You don't forget any of your medication, because sometimes you go to a place and you find out the medication you are using is not found over there, you see. So now that again becomes another challenge. So you make sure you pack all your medications for extra days, okay? Even if you know you're going out, maybe you're traveling maybe for 2 days, pack your medication for 5 days or 4 days, so that in case of anything, you still have your medication with you. You don't have to skip any doses, okay? And also, when you're on the go, that's point number 4. When you're traveling, okay, make sure you manage your fluid intake. You see, fluid intake is very dangerous. Fluid intake has killed a lot of my friends. This is where your kidney is not working, right? So any liquid you take in doesn't come out through urine or anywhere. You may sweat a bit and you lose some fluid through sweat, but majority of that fluid just remains in your body. When you retain a lot of fluid, most of the times goes to your lungs, you see. And when it gets to the lungs, you cannot breathe properly. If you cannot breathe properly, now you have to be put on a ventilator, and then they'll have to tap your chest to drain the fluid away. Let me tell you, that tapping is a very painful procedure. I've gone through it before, okay? It's a very painful procedure. You would not want to find yourself doing that procedure at any point in your life, because it's very painful and very intrusive. By intrusive, I mean pipes are getting stuck into your chest. You know, your chest cavity. In fact, those pipes pass between your ribs. You see, there's a lot of needles going in. There's a lot of pipes going into your chest. There's a very high chance of infections. And when you get infections, most of the times it's very serious, especially when you're on dialysis, because on dialysis immune is already compromised, you see. And also when you're traveling, be very mindful of fatigue. You need to you manage your fatigue. Okay, by managing fatigue, I mean, for a person on dialysis, most of the times you're so tired. I mean, all the time you're so tired. Okay, so when you're traveling, mostly you have to sit in a car. For those people that are used to public transport, you have to sit in that matatu maybe for 5 hours, 6 hours. You see, by the time you come down, your muscles are so cramped you cannot even walk properly. So to manage that fatigue, you can travel in bits. For instance, unaenda Kisumu by road. Okay, if you have the money, go to Nakuru, rest, lala hapo, relax, rest. And then the following day, you can connect to Kisumu, you see. So you've broken your journey into two, and also you'll arrive less tired. You get what I mean? And for those traveling abroad, when you're on dialysis, consider difference in time zones. Even within Africa, if you're traveling within Africa, maybe you're flying somewhere. Consider the difference in time zones, okay? So that your dialysis sessions, for instance, okay, some places are days ahead of, not days, hours ahead of where you're coming from, especially if you come from Kenya. And when you travel over there, you probably might lose sense of time. Okay, and for also, if you have medication, it's very important to consider time zones. The difference in time zones, you consider it before you travel. Okay. Another point also is emergency preparedness. You need to have emergency contacts with you when you're traveling. You know you're on dialysis, yes, and you're not 100% healthy. So when you're traveling, make sure you have an emergency contact, someone that is available all day, every day, any time of the day or night. Okay, someone that you can call and pick the call. You know, Kenya zingine, someone can be your emergency contact, but when they are called for that emergency, they are nowhere to be seen. So you need to have somebody that someone that's available all the time. It could be 2 in the morning. You're calling them. You're calling them for emergency. They're paying the phone and they're there. Okay, you need to have an emergency contact when you're traveling or while on dialysis. Okay, and also make sure when you're traveling, okay, family members, friends know you're traveling, just in case. Okay, sometimes people on dialysis travel, and if you don't tell anybody you're traveling, okay, if anything happens to you along the way, it will take time before people realize something is wrong with you. So it's good to let people know you're traveling, you're going to this place, you expect to come back at this time or this day. See, so that you know, so that if maybe you take longer to come back, or you lose communication with some people, it'll be very easy for them to track you. Okay, and that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.